Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with another scrapbook process video, and today we are going to play with some stamps. And the first thing that I'm doing here is just showing you some things that I pulled from my stash to use for this layout. And for this month, I'm kind of doing a combination of some of my past hip kits from the last couple of months, as well as just some things from my stash to put some layouts together. So I don't really have a kit per se. It's kind of just bits and pieces that I have from those kits and from my stash. And my background paper is going to be a combination of these blues and orange. And so I'm showing you the ink colors as well that I'm going to use. I don't end up using the orange, but I do some stamping in blue. And I have this very, very old, I believe this is a Pink Fresh paper. I don't even remember what collection, but I believe it would be at least a year or two old probably by now. And so I'm going to use that for part of my background. And I also have this blue piece of cardstock, and it is kind of like almost like a satin or pearlized finish on it. So it kind of shines, it's kind of shining in the lights above my desk. And so I'm going to gut the center of that because I do use the center of it to map my photo as well, but that will be sort of my frame for around my layout, since I typically like to have that. I think it kind of just finishes off the layouts. But I am going to, before I glue the white cardstock background down, I'm going to work on my background. And I don't have a distress tool, but I do have a pair of scissors, so I just end up using that to distress my edges. And I've sort of gotten into doing that recently. I used to never distress my edges like this. I typically would ink the edges of my papers, but I've really gotten into the distressing with my scissors, and I'm liking how that's looking. So I've gone ahead and added that just to add some texture. I am as well in a few minutes here going to take this paper. I think once I show you how I laid everything out, I'm going to take this over and sew on the sides of that orange paper, but I will show you that here in a second. First, however, I do know that I want to add a little bit of detail to my background, and I don't want to do mixed media, but I do want to add some sort of interest, so that is where the stamping is going to come in. And I have these stamps. They are super old. I don't even know if I even showed you or if I even know who the company was that made these stamps, but they were a pack of border stamps, and the one that I chose to use is just a whole bunch of circles. I'm going to make them sort of like a border down the sides of my page, but they're kind of just random sizes, some open, some filled in, and some of them sort of have a crosshatch kind of pattern to them. And that's what I'm going to use to just kind of add some interest here to my background. I didn't want to add any mixed media. I felt like just not getting too messy, but just being able to put a pretty quick layout together. And I still wanted there to be some sort of interest to my background. So I thought this kind of lent itself to giving me the look that I wanted. So if you don't want to do mixed media, sometimes just adding some stamping and creating your own backgrounds just adds that little bit of interest that having it just be a plain white or pattern paper background, it just gives it a little bit extra interest. Now you see I am taking my pattern papers that I chose, and I'm just going to mat up my photo. And this is a photo of my little guy, and he has, in his lap, he has the iPad, and on the iPad, it's hard to probably see it in the picture, but on the iPad, he's playing Minecraft. And the funny thing is that while he's playing Minecraft, he also has I don't know if any of you with kids have little boys or girls that like to watch YouTubers that play video games or make silly videos, but there is one that's called Dan TDM, and we've actually seen his show that he has. And so he's one of my son's favorite people to watch on YouTube. And so he's actually in this picture. I I snapped a photo of him and he's playing Minecraft and his finger is still moving on the screen, on the Minecraft screen, doing whatever it is that he's doing. But he's also, at the same time, his head is watching the Minecraft video or the Dan TDM video. He might even been playing Minecraft. I'm not even sure. But it's very funny because he's basically multitasking, which is what I'm going to call this layout. So it's just really funny. So it was a cute photo. So there you see, I've gone ahead and matted my photo. I just took, like I said, different scraps and put them all together for my mats. I am going to distress those as well to keep that consistency among the layout. And here I have just taken a whole bunch of bits and pieces from my past kits and just from my embellishments that I have hanging around my desk, grabbed anything that was sort of blue or orange, and I'm going to use it on the layout. So you're going to definitely see some random embellishments, and I don't have any problem using random embellishments. If it fits my color, I kind of don't mind putting it on a page. And so you're going to kind of see that here as I pull in that random tiger for no reason, and then I have an orange at the top. Again, no reason for that, but it works with my colors, so we're going to go with it. If you saw up at the top right, I have a chipboard, it was like a picture of a beach or something in the background. I was never going to use that, so I just went ahead and covered it up. So that's a great way to use chipboard that you think you might not use. And that pretty much right there is the design of the layout. I glued it all down. It's really simple. There's 3 embellishment clusters. I've put my title down, which I said before was multitasking. And again, with more random embellishments, I am taking some orange slices that are puffy stickers from one of my sticker sheets. And hey, they're orange. They work. So we're going to put those in some of the clusters. I have some orange chipboard hearts. I did do a little bit of gold that was on some of the chipboards, so I carried that throughout. And a finishing touch for this layout is going to just be some sequins. Again, I'm picking out the ones that have like an orange hue to them when the light shines on them, as well as ones that shine a bit more to the blue. And that will complete the layout. I will have some still photos coming up after I figure out where to put these last few sequins, so be sure to check those out. And I will let you know that hopefully I will have a video up this week as well, showing what I created for the month of May and for National Scrapbook Day. So guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.